Hi, my name is Liz, and welcome to Nothing But Bags. I call this space Nothing But Bags because when I'm getting ready to go somewhere and I'm looking at the clothes I'm going to wear, the clothes are accessorizing the handbag because my outfit is an accessory. My handbag is the main event. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos because the topic of a bad influencer on Netflix was recommended to you and you're like, how the ham sandwich did I end up on a channel about handbags? Well, I typically talk about handbags around here, and this really great show, Bad Influencer on Netflix, is the perfect intersection between handbags and television. And I love television, I love handbags. So if this channel was recommended to you for that reason, thank you for clicking on this video. I sincerely appreciate it. And if you're one of my returning supporters, subscribers, friends, fellow handbags addicts around here, I appreciate you clicking this video from the bottom of my heart. So I'm filming on my tablet because my iPhone broke. I'm sitting outside of the repair place waiting for them to open. I want to be the first person to walk in the door. It's bad when you got an iPhone. When you got a cell phone, y'all. It's bad when you got a cell phone. But anyway, I figured why not do the review of episode 3 of Bad Influencer, the show on Netflix. And I have the title on the screen somewhere. I cannot think of the title off the top of my head right now. But either way, watch the episode. It was phenomenal. Let's talk about Pinky first. Pinky is a social media influencer and a young woman who desperately wants to become well-known and famous on social media. She wants to have a very financially comfortable lifestyle. She wants to travel to Mykonos. She wants to wear expensive clothes. She wants to drink expensive Prosecco or champagne. She wants to live a very soft life, okay? And so she is at hanging out with all of her friends again now because she and BK have been making money with their counterfeit handbag business. And so now that money is starting to flow in, she has made her friends will hang out with her again. And she's treating them to shopping, and then they go to a club and hang out. And she discovers when they actually go to a store to shop. And one of her friends is at the store and she's like, I've been trying to reach you. Where you been? And the friend is on the phone and she's like, who you talking to? And come find out her friend is dating her former sugar daddy. The one that she messed up the relationship with because she confronted him about giving her fake handbags when he was taking care of her living arrangement, her expenditures. She had a maid and, other than him being married, and she the one that messed up going over his house confronting him about these fake bags. So that's why she's not with him anymore. And he's now dating one of her friends. That very much upsets her. And then she finds out that they are actually in Mykonos, which seems to be a dream destination for her. And she's upset and she gets drunk at a party and goes online and kind of says, I'm going to, what BK has been telling her all this time, I'm going to become my sponsor. I'm going to start financially taking care of myself. I'm done with getting with people for money or getting with a man to take care of me. I'm about to take care of myself. On her way home to BK's house, her and Alex are riding in like an Uber or something, and they're on the same street that her mother lives on. They pass by her mom's house, and she can see that there's a party going on. There's a bunch of people there. And her mom had told her in episode, I think the last episode, that she was out of the country with her man. So she goes into the house, sees her mom is having a party. She's drunk. And she gets up and does a toast and makes an announcement saying, hey, my mom's boyfriend or my mom's man tried to come on to me when I was a child. And so there's that. Her mom has security throw her out and tell security don't ever let her in my house again. And told her daughter, I never want to see you again. BK comes to pick her up. She's devastated. She's crying. She goes back home to BK's place. And the next day she finds out that the post that she did on social media talking about this, her taking care of herself now, has gained her about 1,000 more subscribers. One of the men that was at that party is like somebody big in business or influence or social media or something. And he invites her to collaborate on a business venture, but she cannot sell bags on her channel anymore, her social media platform anymore, which affects her work with BK. And she agrees, and they go to a party together, and that high level influencer we saw in like episode 1, that big like millions of subscribers influencer, shows up at the party, and she's asking her people, who is this? because she feels like Pinky is low level, low bottom feeder, nobody important. She confronts Pinky at the party, embarrasses her in front of everybody, and Pinky had tried to take her picture. And so she took Pinky's phone from her to say, if you don't delete the picture, I'm gonna delete it. And when she did that, Pinky fell into the pool. That baby is crying. She's devastated. She's in tears. She's just so hurt. Meanwhile, BK this episode has been harassed like crazy by Becky's boss. This guy that was running the marketplace, who owes a lot of money to this guy named Tim's or Flame. I think it's Flame. He's in trouble. He owed his money to this guy named Flame. He's scared of Flame just like Becky is scared of him. And he's been harassing her about where are we with the bags? Where are we with the money? And she's like, I've almost got all of your money made back. I'm going to pay your money back. He says, I want to go in business with you. I don't want you to pay me back. And he shows her that he has all these tables set up with sewing machines. And he's like, I can have multiple people making bags for you. We could be making millions a month. She's like, I don't want to go into business with you. I just want to pay you back what you loan me to buy my raw goods and materials. That's all. He has one of his henchmen to watch her. And later on, we see her at her at her shop making bags, and she has money, and she hears the woman that owns the shop scream. They're being robbed, and these guys go into her workroom and steal all of her bags and all of the money that she saved up. She immediately goes to this guy and is like, hey, somebody got your money. They robbed us. They stole your money and the bags. And he's like, well, that's too bad. I tried to offer you some security and you wouldn't take it. Oh, he's the one that set up the robbery. And one of his henchmen walks up and she sees his sneakers, and those are the same sneakers the guy had on that robbed her. So basically, he's like the mob, right? The mafia. If you don't pay me to protect you, then I will have to rob you and harass you. So she tries to leave. The elevator that she's on breaks down. So she opens the gate and sneaks out of the elevator. And when she sneaks out, she hears screaming, and it's Fungi. Fungi is the guy that's working with Timba, the police officer. And he's the one that told them about this counterfeit business in the marketplace and his boss. So they've been torturing him, trying to get information from him to confess that he actually snitched on them. And they end up taking his life. And BK sees all of this. She's hiding in the back and she sees all of this. When her phone rings, so now they know she's seen it, they grab her and he tells her, I own you. Now I own you. Earlier in the day, she had actually had a date, or it may have been after this. She had a date with Timba, the police officer. They had seen each other at her son's space program, and he was like, I thought we were going out for coffee. And she's like, no, I changed my mind. He's like, oh, really? And she said, yeah, we're going out to dinner. So they went out to dinner. They had a wonderful time. They have so much in common. They thoroughly enjoy each other's company. They laughed, they danced, they kissed. They had a good time. And at the end of the date, he tells her, you asked me what I do for a living. I got to tell you the truth. I'm a cop and I work for the counterfeit department. And I know that you were at the marketplace the other day, and I have to get a statement from you because you were arrested that day. And he tells her, I need you to just answer my question. She said, okay. He says, are you into the counterfeit business? She says, no. He says, have you ever stolen or sold counterfeit goods? No. And she basically lies to him. He says, okay. And they're done with the interview. This episode was very disappointing for me in terms of the storyline, because I don't know why I would think that things would get better for BK. The first episode, Becky puts a gun to BK's head. And the second episode, BK goes back to Becky to borrow more money from Becky to make more handbags. Becky, who put a gun to her head and she is scared of, took her to his boss. His boss threatened to take his life. Becky is scared of his boss. You are doing business with somebody that you're scared of, and somebody that is scared of his own boss. You're doing business with that boss too. BK never should have gone into business with these people again. But I do understand she's desperate. She needs to make money for her son to go to school. and she just doesn't see any other way out. And she seems to be digging herself deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. And I feel bad for her because I feel like idealistically she could actually make bags herself and sell them. She doesn't have to make replicas or dupes. She can actually make bags herself and sell them. Beautiful luxury bags. It's so unfortunate. I feel bad for BK. I feel bad for Pinky because she's really hurting about what her mom has done and betrayed her. She's devastated about the embarrassment she experienced at the party. But I can't wait to see what happens in episode 4. It's 7 episodes in this show. It's a great show, well written, great storyline. Can't wait to see what happens in episode 4. I'm to watch them one by one because I want to remember what is going on and I want to keep up with it. But drop down in the comments to tell me if you're watching the show. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, what you think so far. And the only other thing I ask of you is that you have an absolutely wonderful day.